We all possess inner beauty and people see it reflected when we extend our love to others. This show is about people who have seen the need for a more compassionate world, a sustainable world. Let us meet some game-changing entrepreneurs as we visit the Vegan Leather Lifesavers, part 1 of 2, right here on Supreme Master Television.
Continue watching to find out more.
Dobar dan means good day in Croatian, the official language of Croatia. I'm Katarina. The people of Croatia wish you wonderful days of laughter and sunshine. Welcome, radiant viewers! We all possess inner beauty and people see it reflected when we extend our love to others. Today's show is about people who have seen the need for a more compassionate world, a sustainable world. Let us meet some game-changing entrepreneurs as we visit the Vegan Leather Lifesavers part 1 of 2. One of the fastest growing alternatives to animal leather comes from the humble mushroom. The miraculous nature of mushrooms, in that they can literally grow overnight with the right conditions, is making a lot of growers excited about the full potential of this innovative material. Grown from a single spore to a finished mycelium leather, the product takes a couple of weeks to mature into a harvestable mat. Mushroom leather or mycelium leather is actually made from the mushroom roots, which form a thick mat resembling a fine cloth called mycelium, and this can be treated to look like leather. These mats can be grown to various thicknesses, and with a few simple finishing steps and the dyeing process, a biodegradable material with leather-like characteristics is developed and ready for making products such as shoes, clothes, bags, and anything else one can imagine. Mr. Reza Nugroho, the co-founder of Mycotech Lab, MYCL, one of the mushroom leather manufacturers in Indonesia, shares with us why we should choose this compassionate material.
Mushroom is super ingredient to become a sustainable future leather because it grows mycelium, a vegetative part of the fungus that can mimicking perfectly like a leather without any PU or PVC or any chemical content based material. Compared to animal leather, mycelium leather is having a really huge advantage in environmental impact. For example, we consume less water, we don't have to kill animal, we can do vertical farming, so we can save some space, and it also emits a really less carbon emission.
Sounds incredible, doesn't it? The fine mycelium structure has a woven cellular microstructure which emulates animal leather collagen structures, but without the cruelty, intense water usage, large land areas, and toxic processing methods, which harm not only the environment but also the workers, who are commonly poor and exposed youth working with harmful chemicals with little or no safety protection. Mushroom leather is comprised of products that are quite often considered waste. Husks from rice, sawdust, wood shavings, and even used coffee grounds are a perfect medium for growing mycelium. So, a positive eco-cycle is born from this method, with far less water and toxic chemicals, coupled with a growing process from 2 weeks after 2 months compared to 2 to 3 years. the full potential of this planet-saving method is yet to be realized. MycoWorks is another fine mycelium mushroom leather manufacturer that makes its vegan leather called Reishi from the actual mushroom using the Ganoderma Lucidum strain, traditionally a medicinal mushroom in Asia.
This strange background behind me is actually the hide or the skin of a type of mushroom, Ganoderma Lucidum. This is a traditional type of fungus that has been used in medicine in Asia for millennia that we grew at MycoWorks. And this behaves and acts a lot like animal skin. So this is really the starting point, is imagining it as leather. This takes 2 weeks. It's crazy. The mushrooms grow at an exponential rate. So it's more how fast can we keep up with the organism.
MycoWorks has raised $17 million in response to a growing demand for sustainable materials. In a recent survey by McKinsey, it stated 66% of survey respondents and 75% of millennial respondents said they consider sustainability when making a luxury purchase. Dr. Kirsten Stead, managing partner of DCVC Bio, said large global luxury brands are lining up to bring Reishi products to market. A review paper done by the University of Vienna, Imperial College London, and Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology, or RMIT, University in Australia states that leather made from fungi has considerable potential to be the best leather substitute in terms of sustainability and cost when compared to animal and plastic-derived versions. Today's show encompasses the compassionate alternatives to animal leather. The vegan leather trend is growing substantially due to the beneficial processing cycles which have positive impacts on both the workers and the environment. After becoming aware of the detrimental effects in the production of animal leather, one can fully understand why designers are jumping aboard the compassion train full steam ahead. Eliminating the animal leather industry means doing away with the toxic exposure that is widespread, affecting natural rivers and waterways, which local residents and surrounding communities depend on for bathing, drinking, and irrigation for food crops. The industry is driven by the demand of products made with animal leather, knowingly or unknowingly, by the consumer. It is of great importance to the environment and people that we change today and buy vegan materials and products to end this destructive cycle and create a better tomorrow. Fortunately, after seeing the transparency in the production of animal leather, designers are now choosing these compassionate alternatives that are now more readily available. It is becoming clear that every country has its own source of vegan leather alternative best suited to the local soil and weather conditions. When two entrepreneurs, Adrian Lopez Velarde and Marta Cazares from Mexico, saw the environmental impacts of the animal leather industry, they experimented with various plants, and all the while the perfect solution was in front of them the whole time. Seeing the abundance of cactus growing in the dry conditions, Adrian and Marta were thrilled when they discovered a successful process of turning the sustainable and thriving cactus plant into vegan leather. Their company, Deserto, is planet-friendly from every perspective, with cactus being an excellent carbon sink. Their 14 acres of organic cactus absorbs 8,100 tons of CO2 annually compared to other crops which on average absorb 15.3 tons per year. Cactus can also be grown in degraded soils unsuitable for most crops and is naturally drought resistant. If this isn't enough, the certo also only trims the mature leaves of the cactus, leaving the new growth to replenish itself, much like a haircut every couple of months. The finished product is a resilient vegan leather texture with colors of silky whites to vibrant tones covering the full spectrum of color options. The applications span into apparel, car upholstery, furniture, and endless accessories. The certo has already been awarded a number of distinguished awards in only 1 year, including the Green Product Award in 2020, the Good Design Award Gold winner, and the Innovation Award from the French luxury conglomerate LVMH, and a number of acknowledgements from PETA or People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, USDA, or United States Department of Agriculture Organic, Global Recycle Standard, and more. In the first episode, we learned of the exponential growing rate of mycelium leather, the roots of the mushroom, which have a woven cloth-like structure that can be pressed, embossed, and colored to make resilient vegan leather products. Mushrooms grow at a rate where usable materials can be ready in just a few weeks, using only waste byproducts from farms and industry, like rice husks and wood chips. We also viewed an innovative textile from sunny Mexico, made from the abundant, tough-skinned cactus that have been transformed into a vegan leather textile by the funding company The Certo, which has received many distinguished achievement awards for their wholesome, planet-friendly product. In part 2 of our show, we will see this trend adapted to another crop, that type being one of the world's most popular fruits, the pineapple. Traditionally, the pineapple has been harvested specifically for the fruit, with only local Philippine villagers taking advantage of the precious fibers that can be utilized for exquisite and durable clothing. Seeing these delicate yet durable creations made from the leaves of the pineapple plant, the founder of Mycotech, Dr. Carmen Hinojosa, set about experimenting on more ways to use this fibrous material. Having a background in animal leather production, Dr. Hinojosa saw firsthand the highly unsustainable and toxic processes being used in the industry, so she turned her attention to natural fibers. After much research and experimentation, Dr. Hinojosa, with the help of local farmers and scientists, created Mycotech, a natural vegan leather-like material. Using a material that is a waste byproduct to most farmers, Mycotech is now generating an additional income for the farmers, reducing waste, and creating an exciting new textile for the fashion industry. The characteristics of Mycotech are a highly durable and versatile material which can be embossed, colored, sewn, and used in shoes, clothing, bags, and numerous other ways. Its use is only limited by one's imagination. The full cycle from harvesting to a finished product is a win-win situation for the farmer, the environment, and the consumer, who is now contributing to purchasing a biodegradable and sustainable product, with the bonus of extra income to the farmers, who can now fully utilize the entire pineapple crop process. Mycotech is truly a product of and for the people. Through Dr. Hijosa's friendship with the Philippine people who introduced her to this extraordinary pineapple fiber and inspired her to create Piñatex, much greater opportunities for the families have been realized. Piñatex now brings the pineapple fiber material into the 21st century, bringing a better life to the pineapple farming community. While we're on the fruit path, let's take a look at another development in the architectural city of Rotterdam in the Netherlands that comes from the upcoming generation who will be guiding the planet into a prosperous future. Millennial textile inventors Koen Merkerk and Hugo de Boon are putting their best foot forward by providing an alternative for fruit waste. Fruit disposal or the removal of decomposing fruit in Rotterdam is a costly business for the local shops. With the planet's sustainability at the forefront of their intentions, Koen Merkerk and Hugo de Boon started experimenting with the problem at hand and created fruit leather. And with this product came an exemplary model of a circular economical solution that also has fashion designers swooning at the new material. Not only is it stylish, but marketing such a versatile material with a sustainable impact on the planet speaks for itself.
Yeah, we actually started to make leather out of fruits because we have seen that the resources are becoming more and more scarce. So we've seen the huge problem first on the Rotterdam market with all the leftover fruits, but we've seen the bigger picture in the Rotterdam harbor where there are a whole lot more fruits being wasted. And in the end, we've seen the huge potential of all the fruits being wasted worldwide.
This is fruit leather. And technically the process and what we do is we collect the discarded fruit. So we started collecting that and we started discovering what we could do with it, and then eventually we developed a process which actually involves stoning the mangoes. We only use mangoes at the moment. And then after we destone the fruit, we turn it into a paste. It's kind of like making a giant mango smoothie, to be very honest. We usually work with about 1,000 kilos in one go. And then after we add a bunch of natural additives to increase the durability and to increase the life expectancy. We smear it out on a glass plate, kind of like the way they make chocolate, you know. And then, after we smear it out, we dry it in a industrial oven, and then we are left with sheets that are 60 by 40 centimeters. And then afterwards, we have the ability to either color the material, keep it a natural color, and also finish it with a certain embossment to really give it that leather finish. And that's the way that people can really identify it as leather. And that's kind of the whole process in a nutshell.
Admirable viewers, let us take a moment to admire our precious gardens, whose soil turns our compost into colorful flowers and wholesome fruits and vegetables. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television.
Warning: you might find the content herein disturbing, but the truth must be revealed.
Welcome back, gracious viewers. As we continue with our show, we will never look at fruit the same way again after seeing the pineapple and mango alternatives pioneered by Piñatex and fruit leather. Each creation will mitigate the suffering of animals raised for their hides while giving fashion designers and manufacturers a compassionate alternative. These animal leather industries are not only detrimental to the environment and workers with the toxic chemicals and processing methods, but they also bring an untold burden upon themselves with a karmic price that has to be repaid. Supreme Master Ching Hai enlightens us with her insightful knowledge and warnings to these industries.
Whatever we cause we have to bear the consequence. There's no escape from this spiritual law. So if we sell meat or open a meat restaurant, sometimes even killing raw fish or even live seafood and animals and all that, this is incurring terrible bad karma. People just don't know that, because this is just another job and they will not earn that much money either. Maybe more than many other jobs, but then how much can they eat? How much can they wear out of that? And they do not know that bad karmic retribution is immense. Anyone who opens meat or fish or these animals products, restaurant or even a shop, they do not know how much harm they're doing to themselves. That's why they're doing it. No matter how successful they are, they will have to pay dearly in the near future or in the next lifetime. And even affect their children and their parents, many generations to come as well. Whoever partakes in this so-called success, the financial that comes from this kind of meat restaurant or meat industry or animal industry, they will have to pay so dear. This is terrible to even think about it.
As concerned citizens, we pray that all animal industries, including animal leather industries, embrace the many compassionate alternatives available and being developed so they can create a bright future for themselves and others. Many fashion designers are heeding the call of cruelty-free products, with states like California banning the sale of animal fur products and many other countries phasing out fur farms for good. Car manufacturers are also jumping on board with Tesla's all-vegan Model Y. We applaud all the sincere efforts of manufacturers leading with their hearts to a love-filled world that is reflected in the way we dress, live, and eat while we are guests on this wondrous planet. The exciting new variety of options and products are too many to list, as consumers see the full benefits of plant-based living. Sincere viewers, we appreciate your time with us today. Coming up next is The Snake Inside Humans, Part 7 of 12, on Between Master and Disciples, right after Noteworthy News. May we walk with our heads held high and a free conscience as we embrace a heavenly standard with a plant-based way of life.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Programele noastre oferă multe limbi. Vă puteți uita pe suprememastertv.com/schedule și suprememastertv.com/VEG.